It's official. 5555 videos, baby dolls. You and me are here every step of the way. We never stop believing. Let's go. Did we ever think we'd get this far? It actually is 5555 videos. None of these filler episodes. None of this junk. You and me together. I taught you a lot. Now it's time for me to go. No, I'm joking. By the way, friends, at this point, I'm quite convinced if I actually stopped, I will stop one day, of course, but I think more people will try to kill me if I stop compared to me just saying, hey, this token is like really cheap and I actually like it and you don't have to buy it. I'll give you many examples of that, okay? So we've actually now, friends, I'm actually recording this special video, 5555 videos. So by the time you check it, it is actually 5555. Now, a lot of people were hoping, including me, that everything is cranking by this point. And, you know, Ethereum is actually cranking, which is beautiful. So every green candle I see from here, doesn't matter what it is, Bitcoin, Ethereum, I don't even care if it's a coin I don't own, especially PulseChain, I'm just going to attribute it to the market is pumping because Sommi has crossed 5555 videos. Now, as we move on to kindness and friendship, I want to take a moment to say thank you. You've been here every step of the day, every step of the way. I know what you guys go through, friends, because I'm in the same shoes as you. I wake up, I got my videos I watch. I like it in the morning. It keeps me updated. And they do a lot of the hard work and heavy lifting for you because there's so much stuff that we pretty much have to like absorb in cryptocurrency lands. And you know what? Everyone out here, I think we completely underestimate what we actually absorb. You know, if you take like a few weeks off crypto, you can't believe what you actually are looking at every day. Charts, ticky, up, down, left, right. You know, it's only when you bring someone who's a normie, outsider, and they're like, hey, this guy said we're going up. And we go, no, that guy's, he's actually trash. And I'm like, oh, but he has a lot of followers. And you're like, no. He earned those followers 2 cycles ago. He's actually trash now. You know, how do you explain that to them? And they go, oh, but surely if he was bad, people would unfollow them. And you're like, no, it doesn't work like that. People just like watching cars crash and train crashes and planes crash after. It's very interesting what happens, friends. Looking at all my videos, you can already tell, friends, there is absolutely no filler content. Nothing's like, oh, here is something here and there. No. Every single one is literally the highest value content. You know why it's the highest value content? Because I sat here watching the lowest value content and medium value content with you every step of the way. And I know what needs to be done. And what needs to be done is, friends, there are some days a lot of stuff happens. I save it for you. I save it for you. I save it for me. I've got backlogs of a lot of stuff. I'm like, man, there's like, you know, 5 important things we have to draw from this, but I can't revisit it today because I know how our brains work. You can only absorb a bit at a time, and you have to look at it over at another point in the future. A lot of you have been following since the very start, friends, when it was literally just voice, your friend Sommi. This is one of my earliest videos, friends. Green candles make you smart. Urgent. Phantom chain. Dire situation. I'm bullish. Your friend explains. Man. Secret influencer trick. Wow. Back then. This is quite a story to be told all the way back here. Let's actually check it out, friends. This is here all the way back in. Everyone thought it was AI. I still remember, friends, when I first started making videos, there was a gentle service, actually from PulseChain Hex community. He was covering my videos when I first started. It was really cute. I forgot your name. I forgot this gentleman's name. But this is the funniest part. I was making a video a day, and then I made 2. I made two videos a day. By the way, it's funny. When I was making 2 videos a day, that was mind-shattering itself. Okay, no one had 2 videos a day. The only person in crypto who had, it's funny, I'll do like 4 or 5 now. It's literally inhuman. Okay. The only people doing 2 videos a day, it was, I know who they are. It was, this is George. I am George. Crypto's R.I.P. George. He was doing 2 streams a day, but only at the height of the bull market phase. And I remember he was filling in a gap because the crypto market, the bull market, it was moving so fast. Like your dopamine wears off after an hour. And you're like, I want updates again 6 hours later. What do we do? What do we do? And that's actually all of us climbing the wall of worry because you're watching dog coins fly and all these other stuff fly. And I always wondered, hey, is someone going to fill the gap? Guess what? No one filled the gap. You know what's interesting as well, friends? During those bull market times, you don't need multiple videos. You don't need them. You want them because it's fun, but you don't actually need it. You know when you need the multiple videos? It's when everything's gone literally to 0. And that's why I was here every step of the way with you. Okay, coming out here. I still remember, friends, down here. You don't need your multiple videos, bro, when Bitcoin's over $120,000. You need your multiple videos when Davey Soy Hoffman is crying on camera despite having a net worth of like $4 million because everything's cratering to zero and we all got betrayed by Soy Bankman-Fried. That's when you need the multiple videos, right? I cover a lot of things, man. This is the best part. You are my family, okay? That's why we are in the friendship cult, okay? It's interesting, friends. You're more bullish on me and everything we do than anyone in my real life. It's not even what is real life. I spend more time with you. You know what I mean? What's real life? And yeah, they take it for granted. They just no one wants to talk to the normies. Everyone's a normie. You know, we need them to contribute to GDP of your country. You know, they're hiring people and they're doing stuff out here, but they just don't get it, man. They just don't get, like, friends, we're winning the tug of war. We're winning the tug of war. And I get to see it every step of the way. Okay. How do we actually succeed? You buy low, you sell high, you buy in the depression, and you just dangle that carrot in front of your head. Okay. That's literally the trick. That's the trick, you know. Some of your favorite videos of me, friends, we can check it out now. I'll go through a bit of this highest viewed content. Some of you friends as well, very interesting. I remember once there was a gentle sir in my telegrams. He came in, he goes, Sommi, please upload your bloopers. Upload your bloopers, like, as in when you, like, you know, like when you stutter and like when you stop recording. I never replied to that gentle sir because it's one of the 500 messages, but I just want to let you know, Habib, there are no bloopers. I do everything live. The more quirky and messed up it is, I leave it. I don't run this stuff twice. Nothing. Which is, that's what people are amazed at that. They're like, what? There's no slicing and splicing? Friends, there's been times, if you watch, sometimes I'm wearing the Mog glasses and I'm yelling and then this thing just falls off. I know in the moment I'll go, oh yeah, that's going to be pretty good to record. But I don't roll this stuff twice. I don't care. You don't have enough time, bro. We don't have enough time. Don't worry about making everything perfect, even though I'll try to, you know, make our thumbnails and everything, spend a bit too much time on those. Ultimately, you know, man, the world's going to keep spinning. Everything's going to keep ticking. Checking out some of our biggest videos, man. This is just funny from years and years ago. This is funny. How much PulseChain and PulseX to become a millionaire? Oh, man, that was before the launch. Oh, gosh, we're so optimistic, man. We're so optimistic. But we didn't know we were going to get 33 months down of business ISM. That was funny. Oh, man. I'm remembering, friends, if I remember, it's actually quite consistent. I still estimated we could get somewhere like 100 to 200 billion market cap. It's actually the same numbers as it is now. It is. It's just that we went 80% down first. You know, next video, remember Richard Hart doing the Christmas message, right? It comes out doing his Christmas message. This was, wow, a long time ago. I think this is 2 years ago, right? We also have, friends, this is PulseX 1000x target. It's kind of funny. Look at this. I was using the hex fractal. So obviously, if you're aware of pDAI, this is where, look, some of my earliest videos, friends, I was so aware of the, oh, shout out to Laura. Baby doll Laura's still here, okay? You go and check it out. I remember looking at this chart here. Check it out. This is the early hex chart. Look at this. This is how I knew, man. This, you know, one of my like recent videos, there was a gentle sir from the UK. Shout out to everybody there. He said, Sommi, when did you start to believe that there's something was different with the pDAI? And I said, when I had a look at the full chart and I saw this. Yeah, straight to zero. And I go, wait a minute, bro. There's only one guy in crypto who sends things to zero and then buys them back up. And coincidentally, you already know his name. He did it with Hex. See the flag? This was Hex. Went all the way down to zero. And then it came up the exact same step function waves. Up, up, up. Sideways forever, run to the moon. Hopefully we get this run up to the moon. So good memories, man. Good memories. By the way, with my PulseChain video, friends, this is funny. You know, if you're curious out there, for PulseX, friends, my target, this is going to laugh. I was abused by everyone because my target was only 50x for PulseX. Yeah, it was like 50x stack price. And I was abused. Yeah, because literally the lowest was 250x. I still remember the polls. Everyone's common range was 250x to 1000x from stack price, right? Because everybody got in on day one. Now it's kind of funny. Now everyone's screaming to get out of break even. It's just, that's what markets do, man. Also, breaking. BitBoy has left. This one, a bit of emotional strings here because this was... So friends, this is the thing you learn in life. A lot of the times, you know how markets, it takes time for bull markets to play out, and it also takes time for bear markets to play out. If bear markets, you constantly you're like spiraling down, takes time. With us humans, it's the same thing. We're watching BitBoy spiral in real time. It breaks my heart. Now he's in a literal mental asylum. Maybe you learned this lesson. Maybe you're watching this for a reason, friends. You know, fate and destiny bring us together. He's got... He had 28 million at the top. He had the company, and he trusted too many people as well. But he didn't like. Maybe a lesson for yourself. Some people are just too good, powerful for their own good. You need like an older brother, father figure. You need somebody to basically be the guy with the mustache type of dictator on you to tell you no, enough is enough. And they've got to block you from doing stuff to get a hold of your own vices. So you know, if you have a friend or family member in that, sometimes that's what tough love helps you do. You know, if someone just did tough love, friends, with 25% of his portfolio, just 25%, he would have had still 7 million here, or 5 or 7 million. Now he's literally negative, which just hurts. It really hurts to see. And it was spiraling down at this point, and we knew where this ends, man. So it's funny. Tutorial: how to bridge into PulseChain, what to buy. Friends, yesterday I used LibertySwap Finance. Man, it's fast. Woo! It is super fast, friends. LibertySwap Finance, went in and bought pDAI. You can actually see it on my public account. And it was good. It was awesome, actually. It was really, really fast because I made so many tutorial videos for everyone out here as well. This one's obviously special to me. One of my most reviewed videos is literally UFO reptilian lizard people. Oh, wow. And the other UFO videos too. It's a crypto channel, bro. It's a crypto channel. Kind of funny if you're in crypto, which most of us are. We know what's going on. It's a conspiracy SuperCycle anyway, right? My UFO videos are different, friends. I don't do this to be on purpose. It's just I noticed when I'm exploring multiple dimensions, UFOs, government lying, UFO tech, all of these tying into the money printer. Firstly, we explore stuff that no one else covers, where we're like, hey, we can actually bet on the conspiracies being true by being long crypto. How do you think they pay for the research of the conspiracy stuff? Through the money printer. Okay, sweet. Increasing global M2. They're funneling it through the population. They're telling everybody the kippy is 3% when really they're printing 7 or 8% per year. They're just obfuscating in the population the black budget stuff. Okay, sweet. Get long crypto. But there's another angle too, and we'll play some Pumpy G music for that. My UFO videos, friends, they're the only light and happy themed UFO videos literally in the world. In the whole world, okay? There is literally no one in UFO, friends, no one even has bright themed thumbnails for UFO stuff. It's always deep, deep, dark, UFOs, abduction. They're going to peg you with a probe. And I say, look here, if you're going to peg me, I want $1 redeemed for my ping pong stablecoin, please. So that's kind of funny. I noticed that. I was like, I'm trying to think like, hey, how come my videos are a bit different? And I'm like, oh, I get it. I'm literally the only guy like half optimistic about the future when it comes to these stuff. My friends, that's what crypto does, man. The returns are so big. You really do get optimistic for the future. Funny. This is the funniest part, man. The most videos is another tutorial, how to buy. We sometimes forget that. We have more PulseChain live. Remember this. Oh, it's predicting the PulseX to pulse ratio. Oh my gosh, friend, this is wild. This is wild. Why? I accidentally predicted the bottom here. From 1, it went down to 0.25. And I'm just checking the thumb. Man, I'm telling you now, friends, I'm just here literally 18 hours a day, you know? Look, friends, I don't have all the answers. I don't have the answers to life. I don't know, you know, if you need to like get your tooth out from the tooth fairy. I have no idea about, you know, what do you do? You know, if you're going to change your oil in the car, do you use vegetable oil or something else? I have no idea. But man, this is wild. They literally bottomed out at 0.25. And in my video, I am talking about 0.25. Jeez. 18 hours a day. And this is all the OG videos, man. This is it. Bang, bang, bang. This is BitBoy Sex Scandal. Friends, BitBoy Sex Scandal. This is one of the funny. You remember this? These are the ones we remember. Do you remember? He had his mistress. He gets arrested. He's got guns. He's going after Carlos Diaz. Man, it's, you know, so many lessons to learn. taken a dark turn as well, friends. Breaking. SEC sues Richard Hart. Man, this is a... Oh, look at that candle. Do you see that candle? Look at this. That was it. Minus 66% down. That was rough, man. Oh, man. Just like everyone, friends, with pDAI went to zero. Jeez, every single person, man. When Richard Hart and the SEC... Because remember, friends, Gary Gensler himself, he posted on his public Twitter. He goes, we're going after criminals. Richard Hart. And we're like, oh, man. Friends, I didn't even open my DMs that day. But when I went back and checked months later, so many Ethereum Bitcoin maxis, they go, well, what a sad case you are. They said, we told you he was a scammer. They said, you're a waste. They're literally saying you've just wasted all your time. That's why, friends, this market doesn't just owe me 7 pounds of flesh, okay? It owes me extra foreskin. It owes me, well, I was going to say straighter posture. I can't give me that. Already the straightest. Oh, I can't even give me sharper elbows. It owes me more than that, friends. It owes me literally so much to go through it. Like, you just got to imagine, man. Hey, I'm contrarian. I'm contrarian. SEC just called your founder a scammer. It's over. And I was like, here's the funny part, friends. I have other coins. It's just no one cares. That's what made me more bullish. That was the hardest part. I'm like, man, you know, all you people, okay? I'm like, you know, when I talk about Chainlink, when I talk about Ethereum, Bitcoin, anything else, okay, they don't care. It's just the Richard Hart stuff. And I was like, oh, this better be right. I better be right about my theory and Metcalfe's law and network effects. You gotta understand, friends, back in those times, it's still revolutionary. No one knows how these things work. I was even watching a blockchain backer video. He goes, he's trying to use an example. He goes, crypto's fundamental utility is like really low compared to the speculative value, which is kind of funny. He's an XRP maxi as well. But he still doesn't get it. We're digital nations, man. We are digital nations. That's one of my earliest revelations, if you will. Because I wanted to find out. We're in the bear market. Everything goes to zero. And I'm like, man, I've got to figure out why do some things have value and some don't. And I looked and I looked and I looked. And I was like, oh my gosh, the answer's right in front of me, bro. Look at Bitcoin. Zero technology. Why does it have a bid? And that started everything. Oh, because there's believers. Okay, what does believers mean? You know, because everything has boom-bust cycles, you know. It's kind of funny, friends. Moving out here, all these Richard Hart, PulseChain. These are all the highest ones. Remember, PulseChain, all the yield farming. PulseX, the best money printer. With all the buy and burn out here. And this is also funny. Andrew Tate hinting at Hex and PulseChain. Remember, friends, Andrew Tate does have PulseChain, you know. So I want you to remember this as well, okay? For Andrew Tate, listen here, man. I know we're going to pump, okay? And just to let you know, friends, this is not speculating. We have his wallets. He's in PulseChain. He's farming in the, and of course, it wouldn't be a Sommi video if I didn't peg my nipples here. He is, friends, Andrew Tate is farming on PulseX yield farms. He's in the Pulse to ETH pool. I don't know about now. He has all the core coins, okay? Him and Tristan, they just don't talk about it. Why? Because the price is down. Why? Because they don't believe in anything. Okay, you know? It's a bit cool to say that, but it's true, bro. It's true. It's true. You'll see. You'll see if Richard Hart comes back and appears and Richard Hart looks semi-alpha male. And, you know, they're going to come out. They're going to go drawn to strength. Remember these moments, yeah? And, yeah, that's it. Also, friends, this one breaks my heart. Oh, TreeVon James in jail. TreeVon. Oh, man, that's funny. Gosh, friends, TreeVon taught us actually a lot. Secret esoteric, just in case, friends. La la la, I'm not suicidal. I am still healthy and alive. I love my life and I love you. Okay, just in case anything happens to me. But he recorded the literal fancy banana investigators calling him about Richard Hart. And he streamed it on YouTube. And then they got, because he had the word FB and the third letter, Google deleted the stream halfway. And I remember watching it. Yeah, he literally he was showing the phone call live. I was playing back the phone call, and she was asking about Richard Hart. And she was the Mexican lady. She was asking him about if, hey, Richard's a scammer, right? And TreeVon, he was actually standing up for him. TreeVon, you know, actually tree, yes, a human tree. He was actually speaking, and he goes, "Oh, I don't know about scam. Like, you know, his previous coin did well. Talking about Hex, and like she was frustrated. She wanted Richard Hart to be a scammer, and then at the end, she ended up saying, "Oh, so do you think he can do it with PulseChain?" And then that's when I was like, "Oh crap, Richard, you better not fuck us over here, because bro, like now we got like the US government is like, you know, the US government might be long PulseChain." Here we are today, though, right? Interesting. And then we have, friends, rest in peace to this meme coin trader. I want you to remember this time, friends. Okay, look, you learn these lessons now. Rest in peace to this gentle sir. He's Mr. FU. He unfortunately took his own life on stream. Why? He got rugged for his last $500 on you guessed it, Solana meme coin. Interesting, the guy who rugged him, he got done recently. He had unfortunate child material, if you know what I mean. He had CP, right? So he had child corn. And that was a guy. See, friends, it's junk attracts junk. And it's just a sad story out here. That's why, friend, these people believe in nothing, man. They believe in nothing, right? PulseChain, we believe in something. And you know what? You can believe in your other coins too. I'm just telling you, man, something about it hits me differently. Like it's obvious. It's just that the market has woken up. It takes time. It's obvious to me, bro. Where are the multiple conferences for these other coins? They do not exist. They have to pay them with token supply. They don't have it. They literally don't have it. But no one's going to believe unless the price goes up. So what have we learned? I taught you ratios. I taught you looking for value. I showed you long-term stuff. I told you like every step of the way, friends. I hope you get to see as well. You know, there's a fine balance. There's a balance between, and it's very hard to walk. It's sticking to your stuff, but looking at new things, right? Sticking to your stuff and looking at new things. And like, you know, 100 people can walk through this trial by fire, but not everyone learns the lesson. I mean, I'm just going to dangle a logo here already, friends. It's going to incite. I've already got, friends, this literally, people clicked unfollow because of this. And it was funny. Do you understand you're on a chain? This coin's down 99%. Do you understand the founder attacked by SEC, attacked by Interpol? And I'm telling you, there's conferences every year saying it's alive. Do you understand this thing hasn't even gone up yet? It's been down for 4 years. And you are taking the biggest contrarian bet of your life. Do you understand how, like, you're a cult, there's a network effect, there's stuff going on chain. See, you can see stuff on chain, right? If you're in Hex, you can see stuff on chain. You know Richard is not dumping and bridging out. He's not removing the SAC funds. Friends, go talk to people in other communities, Cardano, XRP. They will literally, because they haven't checked the chain, they go, oh, Richard stole the money, he's gone. I'm like, no, it's on chain, okay? But, okay, I just want you to, like, just think, okay? If you go tell people, hey, look at this stuff on chain, that's not consistent with the scammer, there's literally a coin on the chain that's doing the exact same thing, which is funny. It's a biggest testament. It's the biggest testament. And by the way, remember, I believe in all of these. It's an interesting tale of how these things fractal within themselves. So yeah, friends, I did, let's play some angel music. We went through ratios, value trading, right? Not really trading, it's all investing, friends. The richest people, they hold, dude. They hold. I've seen it, man. I've seen it. You want your little shitty little dopamine hit in the bear market? You ever notice the people who win the most, friends, they got half a foot into crypto and half a foot out. Half a foot in terms of throwing money weekly, monthly, like into the burning pit of hell. Believing it's going to do something in the future one day. That's one foot. And then the other foot is just appreciating, like, man, like, you know, you said monkey urine, Inu, was the coin to change our lives 6 months ago, you know, and now you're shilling, you know, monkey poop. What happened in the urine? Oh, monkeys aren't cool anymore. Now it's going to be turtle poop. Do turtles even poop? Someone please let me know. You know what I mean? Like, these people believe in nothing. And I'm here to show you that PvP world, everyone loses, dude. Everyone loses except the people circling the drain at the top. So we're still waiting for our payout. And it's not just us. It's literally the business cycle, which we've gone through thousands of times. Another journey we went into, man. I've been telling you what's been happening with the macro crypto. So, friends, like, you know, I show this every day because it's literally, I'm not joking. Friends, if there was a gospel, if I was to write, hey, this is everything you need to know about crypto, this is literally page 1. Okay? This is, in fact, if I could put the title cover, so if let's say I put my peg nipples just on the top and the bottom of the cover would be this. Bitcoin follows global M2. Altcoins follow the business cycle. There you go. Walk away. This is literally the gospel. Okay? Everything you need to know is literally buried right here, you know? And all the N-word stuff, narrative, total fugazi, yeah? When the business cycle's down, everything else is down, and everyone will think, oh, your thing doesn't work. This doesn't have a network effect. Who cares about your PulseChain conferences? Or you need more tech, which you actually never need. Look at XRP and Cardano, for example. You don't need more tech. You just need more believers. You get it? And it's just like cities out there in the world, friends. Everyone, we're all from internationally, all around the world. Okay? Your country doesn't need more tech. Yeah? No one's leaving. Yeah? Like, your country doesn't need to have, say, you know, flying robots tomorrow. Doesn't matter. It doesn't need to have the cheapest tax rates either. Yeah, it's already got solidified network effects. It's got people who believe there, right? There's schools, there's hospitals, there's family. Okay, there's literally crypto. It's crypto, but it's a peaceful existence. Kind of peaceful. We want to kill each other, but we don't kill each other. But we talk like we want to. Once you start to get that, you realize what you're holding actually has value, you know? Because, like, you know, it gets hard, man. It gets hard. Like, I've made 5,500 videos going, still believing, still cheap. You know, and then eventually I'm like, okay, but why is it cheap? Why? Because we're long and we're desperate of all this stuff? No. It's because of network effects, okay? It's network effects. That's why we're cheap. No one is thinking about the future right now. They're just thinking about maybe tomorrow, okay? We want people to think about the next 5 years from now. And by the way, you and I are all products of this. The price went so high, we just kept thinking about the future. We all got FOMO. That's how we put our foot in. So friends, 5,555 videos. And, you know, everyone asks me, hey, when are you going to stop? And I'll tell you, brother, you're about to get mogged. Because firstly, I don't believe in that stop word. You understand? I'm not stopping until our bags pump. Do you understand? I watch everybody else. Just like you. 2x speed. I fast forward all their jokes. I fast forward. Bybit sponsorship. Token shilling. You don't really believe in that coin. That coin's not great. Look at the ratio. It's been bleeding and it's been going up for a year and a half. I just forward. There's about 6 seconds of alpha. Not really. And then we just keep going up. You know what I mean? And a bit of a bonus for you, friends. I'm in a unique spot. Okay? Because I know what comes out of my mouth and I know when I'm the first to say something. And I know when it circulates. So we've made a movement here. Okay? I see the big channels. They use my words. They cover my charts. Do you know what they do, friends? It's a cheeky. You know what they do? When I cover the post, they gotcha my post, but they don't want to show their audience that they got it from me. So they'll never cover my post. What they'll do is they will go and look up that data point and they'll find the picture. I'll show you like S&P 500 tables and stuff out here. Now, how I know it 100% came from me is because I know these people running businesses and doing crypto stuff. Like, you got like you're like shilling stuff is like 24/7. You don't have time to watch the channels I'm watching, and you don't even know where I got stuff like that. That was like, you know, minute 55 of a stock market guys talking about something, and I just grabbed that. You know what I mean? So I know for a fact it can only come from me. These people aren't watching like 1.5 hour stock guys talking about, hey, is Amazon going to be able to do AI faster than Apple? I know they don't have any interest in that, but I'm going through and I'm finding stuff like that. So it means they're watching. Okay? Watching, remember, it's a 2-step process for us to win. First, they watch you. They stalk you. They can sniff you. Right? They're watching you, friends, you know? Like a virgin teenager. He's 21, entered in the club. You know what I mean? Just looking at the ladies. You know, which girl's going to reject me tonight? Stalking, okay? Like you haven't eaten food all day and you're watching that juicy steak on the dinner plate, right? They're stalking. The next part is like classic crypto stuff. Where they go, this guy's a weirdo. You know what I mean? Like, who pegs his own nipples on the internet? I mean, it's only up 2,800% from the gravestone emoji day. That's what they're saying. They go, oh, yeah, you know that Pikachu hat? Yeah, it's the coolest thing ever. And yeah, he's got pointy, sharp elbows. But if he knew anything, he would have bought insert random meme coin from the LA Vape Cabal and he would have made 400x. Okay, that's the type of things that they're thinking about. Okay, but one day, out of nowhere, the Chomley step function is going to appear. This, friends, remember, is a soy-free beeswax candle, okay? Apparently, I'm not making this up. Most candles actually have soy in them. you actually got to type in soy-free, okay? And yeah, it's shaped like hexagons, okay? Wonder which logos that's referring to. So that's one of OG Your Friend Sommi videos, friends. Because before I did the YouTubes, okay, remember I was making my epiphanies. Green candles make you smart. Okay, because I learned straight away. I go, oh my gosh, I'm realizing something. I have been wasting my time. Nobody absorbs any information when there's a red monthly candle at all. Yet for some reason, as soon as something thrusts up, every person who couldn't learn, now they know the fundamentals, long-term macro trend, they know the N-word narrative, they know who likes it, they know how far it can go. And I'm thinking, why did it take a green candle for you to start reciting this stuff? You know, now the price is expensive. Okay, you know, just to solve your whole living situation, just pay attention when it's a red candle. You ever thought about that? Otherwise known as buying low, selling high. If you're watching me, you already know that. We're here to play the whole cycle. 5, 5, 5, 5 videos. I'll make them 5, 5, 5, 5 more until our bags pump. Like, subscribe, belly button, and I'll catch you soon.